Hi everyone, and welcome to today's training. In this session, we're going to explore how to manipulate and extract data from JSON using the tools available to you on the work platform. JSON is the most common format returned by APIs, and knowing how to work with it effectively is key to building powerful and flexible workflows. We're going to focus on two main methods we support: using JSON Path expressions with the retrieve values from JSON work action, and using SQL queries to transform and summarize JSON data. These tools let you work with both simple and complex structures, whether you just need to extract a field or you're performing logic across a dataset. Let's start with JSON Path. This is our go-to approach for extracting specific values from JSON. This action allows you to define one or more fields you'd like to extract and provides you with a straightforward way to map them into your workflow variables for downstream use. Here is a real-world example you might encounter. Let's say you're working with customer data from an order management system. You receive a JSON like this. This is a typical nested structure. You have an order object that contains customer info and also an items array with line-level details about the purchase. Let's say we just want to pull the customer's name and email address. To do that, you enter the JSON text into the JSON text field, and in the JSON path input, each key in this object is the variable name you want to use downstream, for example, customer name, and each value is the JSON path expression. So for our case, our object will have first field with the key name customer name and value $order customer name, and our second field will have key name customer email and value $order customer email. Next, we create our fields to capture and assign the appropriate data types. For customer name, that would be text short, and for customer email, that would be email. Once this is configured, you simply run the work action. In your output, you'll now have two clean variables, Jill Roberts and jill@example.com, ready to use in any of your next steps. That's a simple way to use JSON Path in your workflow, and you can also use JSON Path for filters, length queries, and array indexing for more advanced extractions. All advanced configurations can be seen in our work action documentation. Now let's look at another powerful option on the platform: querying JSON with SQL. Sometimes you're dealing with larger data sets and you want to do more than just extract a field. You might want to group data, filter rows, calculate totals, and SQL gives you that flexibility. We support this through the Query JSON with SQL work action. For SQL queries to work, your JSON input must be a valid array of objects. Each object in the array is treated as a row, and each key is treated as a column name. Let's go back to our items array from the earlier example. This is a perfect structure for SQL, 2 rows with product and quantity fields. Now, suppose we want to calculate the total quantity ordered. The SQL is very straightforward. We're going to select the sum of quantity, rename it as total from CSV. A few things to keep in mind. The table name is always CSV. You can use any standard SQL clauses, select, where, order by, group by, etc., and all field references must match the key names from the JSON. After your SQL runs, the result is returned as a JSON array where each object represents a row. If you're expecting a single row, like in this sum case, you can use fields to capture again to pull out the value of total. Why use SQL? SQL is great when you want to aggregate, sort, or filter JSON data. It adds a powerful layer of logic to your workflow without needing to manually code those calculations elsewhere. To recap, you can use JSON Path with retrieve values from JSON to pull specific fields out of a nested JSON. And when you need more power or flexibility, you can use SQL queries to perform more complex logic on JSON arrays. These two approaches give you full control over your API data responses, and they make it easier to extract what you need and automate the next steps in your process. In our next video, we'll dive deeper into working with JSON arrays and working with the divide feature. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.